pala.
Chance.
Mulifia wino mkwai.
Laka zona.
Umutende yoko mwafuma kulishani mkwai.
Kulifela kazona. Katish pala saka panonga marimu.
Foto lifia wino. Which part of Copperbelt are you coming from?
So I'm coming all the way from Luansha.
Okay.
Yeah, Roan Township. Yeah, kuna kini fi wamana fatska kwa last zone.
Don't go for yawa Luansha. I've never been to Luansha.
You've never been to Luansha?
How is it? Is it where you are born and bred from?
No, actually I'm born from here. Lusaka,
okay.
Yeah. I was born here in Lusaka 1998. Yeah, Kumachile Njoku.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you find yourself in Luansha in Copperbelt?
Life yari kosa. So kuisanga Luansha nili yakabati from here in Lusaka. When I was born, we moved to Livingstone with my parents. So there in Livingstone, life got a little bit tough for us, and so what really happened was my father decided to go to South Africa, and my mom decided to say that no, since your father's gone to South Africa, then we are supposed to go to Luansha where we have a house. So that's how we so happened to find ourselves in Luansha. Yeah, so from there in Luansha, that's why I actually started my grade 3 till the time I had to complete school, which is in 2015. That's when I actually completed school. Right there in Luansha at Roland Secondary School. So for I sang a fat to Africa Luansha, but otherwise, I remember the time we went there. You know, from living a very good life and going to a place where you've never been. So in my mind, when I was young, I thought kundeo kudimyari popo. Yari popo kange finimere tuntun kanyata mo ako kai. So when I went there to Luansha, I learned a few things growing up in Luansha, and you know, like coming from a place where now shata but you go to off, you know, to ale karakobu, you know, and then my side sanga muli karakara lifestyle kakwa kombo nshani, you know, like ghetto lifestyle, ghetto lifestyle, yeah. So it was really hard for us to adapt. Even the schools that they took us right there in Luansha, we were quite pathetic, I can say. Yeah, but I really appreciate my parents for everything that they had to push for us. But what I can say, Luansha is a very good town. Although, because that's what I can say. To my side, I can say because I got to school.
Okay, so maybe let's start with your introduction. I want to tell you for the show to Joyfm. You are a youth who's making a change, a difference. But let's start with your introduction.
Yeah, so my name is Yatema. I was born right here in Luansha, 1998, on the 22nd of May.
You were born in Lusaka?
Yeah, born in Lusaka. Yeah, so born here in Lusaka, and I've actually grown up in Luansha, I can say. I've spent so much of my time growing up in Luansha. Yeah, my mother is a business lady. I've been brought up by my mother and my grandmother. And sorry to say that I haven't grown up with my father. My father is not late, but I haven't just grown up with him, but it's a long story. Yeah, so Yatema is a person that is actually trying to make a change, as you have seen yourself. Yeah. So to begin with, I'm a pharmacy personnel by profession. Yeah, I'm a pharmacy personnel by profession, and I'm actually just trying to do something. Since in Zambia there are no jobs, so I came up with this brand so that I can just help myself.
So you had to create your own employment.
Exactly.
So let's talk about, before we get to your brand, let's talk about life after school. This is a conversation that we youths don't get to have on everyday basis.
Yes.
Our topic for today that we're talking about in the first hour of the show is youths would rather invest more in a chill for the weekend than think about the future.
Which is very true.
Have you ever been in such a situation where you have such friends who are always thinking about what's going on, man? What's happening on Friday? Where are we going? Which sport?
Yeah.
Have you ever been in such a situation?
Very, very, very much. Yeah. So actually, I have many of my friends are those guys that really want to hang out, not even on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, but I would say starting from Monday, they always want to be drinking and stuff like that. So basically, I detach myself from such people. Yeah. So the way it is with me, trying to make a change, and the way I separate myself from doing business and actually having chills. So what I usually do is I always make time for my friends that want to have chills, and I always have time for myself to do my business. So basically, with me, I would first put business ahead of me even before I would go out, because I'm a reader. I like reading novels so much. So in the time where someone wants to hang out, let's say they want to go out there drinking and stuff like that, sana kulwansha bagaya barakolwa. Yeah, kulwansha sana bagaya barakolwa sana. So inefona timo kuchita nifireva ko bati umuntu ngantumira phone, I would tell them to say I'm spending my time somewhere. Where actually I don't even disclose my location. I would just tell them I'm doing something. So basically, when I make some money, I make profit, I would definitely do one or two things just to make myself feel happy. But the way I make myself feel happy is not by means of drinking alcohol and stuff. I would just go to a chilled place and maybe just get a drink, a few foods and stuff like that, and right there I'll be meditating and I'll be reading a novel because I like reading books. Yeah, so me separating entrepreneurship from chills and stuff, because like you have said, a lot of youths really want to go out there to spend money before they earn. So with me, I would rather spend money when I earn something, to say, okay, I've gained, then I can spend. Not where wasangaria ko bati ngana kwata business ngefine resho kuisunga pantanshi ero wasasangaria ko bati opanga kanono ero karakena kanono wapanga, you take it to alcohol or you take it to other things that are not really benefiting you at the end of the day, meaning there's nothing that I am doing. I'm working at zero. I'm not making any change. So with me, I detach myself from such friends always trying to push me to drinking and stuff. I also want to have that lifestyle where you're able to go out and you can drink, but there's just a point where I want to get myself at, where I can sit and say, okay, even if I want to chill, at least now I'm ready and I can go out and I can satisfy myself. So I can find time to see those friends, but I would not really spend so much time with them. Yeah.
Let's talk about, why do you feel we have so many youths who have been to school? We can't say that school is the problem right now.
Yes.
But we have so many youths who have been to school, who are still with good papers to get employed anywhere, but they don't want to be self-employed. What could be the reason why?
To such youths where they are actually done with school and they've got paper and
everything. I've met some people who are super depressed with that, saying, I've been to school, but no one is giving me anything to do. Or maybe I've tried to go look for employment to a lot of companies.
Okay, what I can say with me, the time I was finishing school, I never really thought about the government. So I know when I get done with school, I need to get employed by the government and stuff like that. No. First thing that came into my head was to create employment for myself. So I decided to come up with this. Now, coming back to your question, for those youths, I think they are not just creative. We need to, as youths, we need to think outside the box. That's what I can say. We need to expose ourselves to new ideas. And then friends do matter. Wherever you go in life, I can say the type of friends that you hang out with, I'm sure they determine your future. Yeah, I choose friends myself. I choose friends. I just don't hang around with anyone I find on the streets. I actually choose people to hang out with. So to those who are already done with school and they are still complaining about employment and stuff, I feel they should check themselves. Yeah, they need to check themselves. They should first begin by checking their friends, because friends have got a huge role to play, in someone's life. So I feel that there's need to think outside the box when someone has already been to school and they're not doing anything. Yeah, there is need for them to think outside the box and expose themselves to new ideas. There's a certain quote I came across saying that rich people read books. So I actually followed that to say okay so para when Bill Gates bakabat wafike ko pare po Africa meaning when I quite come a book ya mo bari viringa and there's some people that they used to follow like you need to have a mentor. Yeah, there's someone that I've been actually following up the time I was at school and after, and this person is Milimo Malimba. This guy is really doing something really great right there in Luansha, and they can really appreciate him because me and him were close, and I'm actually following his steps. So this person always tell me to say, young man, do this. Even if he sees no hope in me, he's going to tell me to say, you know what, just do it. And, and at the end of the day, he's actually trying to push me. Even if I don't see the direction, he's actually trying to push me to get somewhere. So for those guys who are down in school and yet they're not doing anything, I feel it's just up to them and they should check themselves. Yeah.
Let's talk about your brand and also what you are planning on taking your brand a little bit later on the show on the other side. Still having a chat with our guest right here. For now, here's something coming away from J Rocks. It's current new song with Jukes, Case View, and this one is Changanya right here on Joyfm on the Joyful Lunch.
Ama oneka so simple, the hotelela no pimpo, wakatolo maba pipo, akapita bamaliza pinto, akayamba kuvi changa kuvi changanya, changa kuvi changanya, changa kuvi changanya, changa kuvi changanya. Give me pampala, baby wangala, bali ponce pene twankala, efo twangala, baby girl you are, baby girl you are, good to go, baby ukafika ni mabera zungulu, baza yeso fika baza pesa mungulu, Mr. Love me sana, ama oneka so simple, ni hotelela no pimpo, wakatolo maba pipo, akapita bamaliza pinto, akayamba kuvi changa kuvi changanya, changa kuvi changanya, changa kuvi changanya, changa kuvi changanya, changa
ushamaliza pesa zangu za akiba, mama mashimo yote umeziba, nitakupa visenti vya riba, usiruke kama umechomwa miba. Unanivuruga ukinama, zinapukutika nyama, ndimi kwa ndimi zikiumana, ninasisimka na simama. Unavonichanganya unanifanya mpaka naongea mwenyewe. Umeniweza mimi mweu kwako napatwa na kiwewe. Unavonichanganya unanifanya mpaka naongea mwenyewe. Mimi kwako mweu sijiwezi napatwa kiwewe.
Ama oneka so simple, the hotelela no pimpo, wakatolo maba pipo, akapita bamaliza pinto, akayamba kuvi changa kuvi changanya, changa kuvi changanya, changa kuvi changanya, changa kuvi changanya.
Changa kuvichanganya. Ala bebe uchanganya, unatasala tingo suntana, wesi mandula palama, kaleza babe nasiba makwana, ukayambo pukunya, umadamfunuka munga pwalili, pacha ukatutuma, umaniganizi sabambili.
Ama oneka so simple, the hotelela no pimpo, wakatolo maba akapita bamaliza pinto akayamba kuvichanga changa 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 kuvichanganya changa 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 kuvichanganya.
You are listening to Joy FM. We make it happen.
So we're still on the Joyfm lunch on a Wednesday, and we're still having an interaction. He's not an artist. Something very different. Before we get to your brand, I was just telling someone the other day saying it's like now, as youth nowadays, if you're not an artist, it's either you're a footballer. I don't know which other I should get to put right now. But more often, what's becoming to be common is youths becoming more artists. They don't want to try other things. So you are doing something very different. Maybe you also have a story. You're also an artist somewhere. From your starting point, let's be honest right now. Did you try out? They didn't just work out.
Okay, what I can say is I remember some time back in 2014. Yeah, if not mistaken. Yeah, there's a time when my cousin took me with him to the studio.
Yeah,
right here in Lusaka, Kumachivodiyoku. Yeah, there was a cipher that he told no, I'm recording a cipher and stuff like that. So when we went there, of course, I went in the studio and I had no idea about what I'm supposed to do on the mic and stuff. So he just had to write something on a piece of paper and was like, just follow this. Yeah. So since then, we recorded the same cipher, and of which I haven't even heard of it up to now. So with me, music hasn't been on my mind to say, no, I want to become an artist and stuff. But with my brand, people say, you should also do a song for your T-shirt and stuff like that. So a number of people have said that, but it hasn't yet crossed my mind about me doing a song with any artist.
Yeah. So speaking about your brand, let's start with the name. How did you come up with the name?
Well, what's
the story behind it?
that's really a very good question, I should say.
Yeah.
So the story behind coming up with stay humble, grind and pray. Okay, yeah. So let me put it this way, like the way I started. So you see, like the way it is right now, a lot of youths want to live that lifestyle. Where I will give an example of upcoming artists. They want to get to the top just by doing one track. But there's always a process that certain things are supposed to be done. And you need to give it time for it to grow. So stay humble, grind and pray. The way I came up with it, because people want to live a fast life than following the right procedure. So for you to get somewhere in life, you need to be humble. And at the end of the day, for you to live a successful life, you need to work hard. But working hard without putting God ahead of everything that you're doing takes you nowhere. Yeah. So stay humble, grind and pray basically came up when I thought of it when a lot of people want to live a fast life and they just want to get there. But boom! No. But you really need to stay humble and you need to be determined, you need to be focused, and you really need to work hard for you to achieve everything that you've been dreaming of in life, and you always have to put God ahead of everything. Yeah, so
interesting. Interesting. So many people out there. I know what you're doing right now is you are pushing yourself and making sure that you give yourself something like self-employed, like we said.
Yes.
You are being an entrepreneur at the end of the day right there. How's it been? What are some of the challenges that you've faced so far?
Well, some of the challenges are that people would always come and tell you to say this brand is not going to go anywhere. First of all, you have no connections because they say, in life for you to get somewhere, it's about connections. You're supposed to know this person, you're supposed to know this person, but I believe in God. I trust in God because I am a Christian. I don't have to believe in someone, a fellow human like me, but I'm supposed to put my trust in God and my faith in God. So whatever they say, I don't mind. I just focus on my business. I keep on pushing bit by bit, and I'm hoping and praying that one day this is going to go very, very, very far and globally, I should say. I hope you're going to buy this from one of the largest shops or clothing lines across the country. And,
there's this thing. I don't know if you have registered your Stay Humble, Grind and Pray. Because there's this thing where someone will even do the same copy and paste and start making their own stuff right there. I've seen this happening so many occasions. And you can't go anywhere or get it anywhere.
Yeah, because people are always going to come in your way.
So in your situation, have you done your homework in regards with that? If someone starts making without your consent, without you knowing?
This brand is already registered with Pakra.
Are we sure? Exactly. How can we be sure?
How can you be sure? They can just go to the Pakra site and just check out. There's a tag on it. There's a tag. So as you can see right here, there's a tag. Yeah, there's Camline store. Okay. So even when you go on the site for Pakra, there's a tag there. There's a tag. So if someone is going to make this without the tag, meaning that person is going against the odds of my business and stuff like that. They're supposed to confront me. They're supposed to confront me if they want to actually print it somewhere and stuff, because otherwise it's actually registered with Pakra.
Anyways, let's talk about the other thing. How far are you willing to take this? I know you spoke about opening a big brand, having your own business, which is going to be big at the end of the day. What other thing do you feel you wanted to talk about right now? People are listening right now on Joyfm. You, like you said, you were born from Lusaka, now in Copperbelt. How is that happening when you are making those business-wise? Is there places where people can get to access your brand, even if you're not in Lusaka, you're not in Kitwe, you're not in Chingola? Have you also thought of such?
Actually, I have thought of such. So for those who are on the Copper Belt, they can actually just contact me directly. So they can go to the page. On the page, the page is Camline Store. On Facebook, and also on Instagram is just Camline. So the contact details are right there. And then for those who are in Lusaka, I do have my young brother who is at Evelyn Horn College, so they can contact him for the same t-shirts.
Amazing. Family, involving family.
Family feast. That's about
Anyways, let's hear your remix. Maybe you can emphasize on your social media handle, how people can get to follow you, and anything that you wanted to talk about right here on Joyfm.
All right. So for my social media handles, on Facebook, it's Hon Chwamba Yatema. I know you're going to ask what does Hon mean, but I'll answer that later.
you need to say it, because we're about to wrap it up. You need to say it.
So Hon means honorable. There's a time in school when I represented Ronald Lop Secondary School as the brand ambassador. For the Copper Belt region. As a junior MP. I remember sometime back in 2015. So that's why the Hon came. So everybody at school could call me Hon, honorable. So karaka influence got Facebook. So honorable for me in Parapene. So then on Instagram as well, it's Hon Chwamba, just Hon Chwamba. And then on Twitter, it's just Chwamba Yatema. So on those social media handles, they can find me right there, and they can follow up with the brand. I actually post more often of this brand on my social media handles. And then for my young brother who is at Evelyn Horn College, they can also hit him up on 096 700 27 92. His name is Mwela Yatema. So he's doing biomedical science at Evelyn Horn College. So they can also hit him up for these brands right there at Evelyn Horn College.
All right, so maybe in your remarks again, maybe is there any word of encouragement to another youth who's also striving, who's also trying to push their own business aspect? Is there anything that you like to tell them, and also what they should be alert of?
So to anyone out there who is actually just trying to push for their brand, I can say life is not easy. Life is not easy. Just keep on pushing, keep on grinding, and always put God ahead of whatever you're doing. Don't give up. People are always going to come and discourage you to say, whatever you're doing is going to take you nowhere. So just keep on doing the best at which you can, and don't wait for anyone to push you. Do it yourself. If you feel you can do it, just do it. That's all I can say to anyone that's listening out there. Otherwise, life is hard and you don't have to be reluctant about it.
Yeah, true. Wait right there. Thank you very much for coming through. We're looking forward to a day that you're going to come through as well. And we'll talk about how your business aspect is doing.
Yes,
Shop number what?
Shop number Shan. You come very soon.
I'm from traveling. I'm coming from Tanzania. This is what was happening.
Yes.
Yeah, I know when you're starting up, few people will believe in you.
Yes.
When things start happening, a lot of people now, they will believe in you. But should that always be the case? No, man.
Yeah.
I feel like running a race should start from the start. Everyone should believe in you.
Very
At the end of the day, right there. It was great having a chat with you right here on Joyfm. Let's get to play something coming all the way from Namadingo. It's kind of a new song. By the way, he's in Zambia. We had him on the show a few days ago. He came through to talk about his songs. So he has a song which he says he did it for the people of Zambia. And this one is Still More right here on the Joyful Lounge, playing on Joyfm.
You are listening to Joy FM. We make it happen.
Joy FM.
This is Joy FM.
Anasira kuti nikuvuna lana yamba fokamba kamba manje vana bwera kuniuza ati ulimbe uyu mukazi we ufuna kaleza we ulimbe uchagero we ufuna alina mwana kudala. And I keep on telling them I don't mind. And they keep on telling me she's unqualified. Koma kuli ine I am satisfied. Uchagero ni mukonda. Still more. Uchagero ni mukonda. Uchagero ni mukonda. Uchagero na ni mukonda. Still more. Uchagero ni mukonda. Uchagero ni mufuna. Don't stop me. Osani lesa, don't stop me. Still more, uchakelo ni mukunda. Akalumba fye, uriakelo na ni mutemwa. Uchakelo ni mukunda. Uchakelo ni mufuna. I got to fight in any siva, so moving on. I carry on. No fear, monga lion. I'm on a mission to make her my own. Nice and I kufa kapo karolon. Now on a green light, Vatican money. Anytime for action. Manje naziva che definition. Avijava matima affection. Mwe bantu, uchakelo ni mukunda. Uchakelo ni mufu. Benango valeta msokonezo. Akalumba pye, uriakelo na limutema. Akalumba pye.
You are
listening.